And we'll continue with our call. We have Coach Jamey Chadwell on the line. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Fine, thank you. First off, congratulations on the win over Newberry to move to 2-0 on the league. Home again this Thursday, in a couple days, for the Campbell Camels at 7 p.m. If you can open up and talk about the victory over Newberry, and then give us your thoughts on Campbell, we'll go into questions.
Right, it was a great atmosphere. Obviously, again, being able to play under the lights there, we had a great crowd playing an in-state, opponent that was Division II. That was obviously a good football team. They came down, played really well. Gave us a great game. It was a hard-fought victory. Our defense played really well throughout the game. Held them under 250 yards total offense, and we were able to get some big plays in the first half on a couple play actions. To get us a lead there, and was able to hold on there in the second half. So didn't play well in the second half on offense, but our special teams really came up big in the fourth quarter with a couple kickoff returns, and then we pinned them back inside the 10-yard line twice, led to safety. So found a way to get it done. That was the bottom line there. There's a lot of things we've got to work on, but sometimes we're learning, that we don't sneak up on anybody as we did sort of last year, that people are coming and playing and giving us the best shot. We were able to take some punches and come out with a victory. So pleased with the result, maybe not how we got there, but we'll take 2-0 and moving forward. Got a good, a good Campbell team coming in here. Obviously played two schools that are going into FBS or just going to FBS, and so they're probably thankful they're actually playing somebody that they match up with talent and ability-wise, and Coach Minter's done a good job. You can see the development of their program and the depth they have. They got really good defense and big guys, and they do a lot of different looks there. And offensively, they've quarterback plays well, and they do a lot of things to put you into some difficult situations. So on a short week, it's going to be a quick turnaround there. We're thankful we're at home. I'll have to travel, but it should be a good competitive game. It's a competitive game last year till the fourth quarter, and we expect this one to be tough. And so hopefully our guys will be ready to come out and play again underneath the lights on Thursday night.
This time we'll take questions for Charleston Southern head coach Jamey Chadwell. Please press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. Coach, while we're waiting for a question or two to come in, we talked about it last week, but now that it's here, how has that preparation for the short week been?
Well, we changed up a little bit. Normally we're off on Sunday and then get back to work on Monday, but we brought the team in Sunday and did our video work from the previous game, and then got already into Campbell. So it's a quicker turnaround, so the guys have to get their bodies back quicker than normal, and then you got to adjust your practices because you play in such a short amount of time after that game. As far as we want to try to make them a little shorter, not hit as much, do those things to make sure on Thursday that we're fresh as possible with our bodies, and then and be as simple as possible, because it's hard to obviously add some things there. So we've had a lot of weather down here, especially yesterday. It rained all day, so that's put a little damper on some things, and so we've got to be creative with the time that we have with our guys and make the most of that. But so far so good. As far as some of those things, and we have some familiarity with Campbell, obviously they have with us because of playing them last year. I think it makes it easier if it was a brand new opponent. That's a little tougher. But at least we understand a little bit of what they're doing, and so that has made the shorter week at least better on that end.
And you mentioned Campbell and playing them last year with a 30-10 victory last season. I asked Coach Nichols this earlier because he's playing an opponent for the second year in a row too. What have you seen on tape of Campbell that is familiar from last year and a little bit different as part of your preparations?
Well, their schemes are obviously very similar. They're doing a couple of different things, but I think the thing that really jumps out at you, just their overall increased depth. Last year, they had some guys, their starters, their first two deep, they were pretty good, and then they had a little drop-off. I don't think there's any drop-off now with the guys they rotate in. They've got a lot of upperclassmen, juniors, and seniors, and some transfers that they've got in there. And so their depth and just the size and the way they look and run is completely different from last year. So Coach has done a good job there of getting the program. And there's some excitement. You can see they're playing hard. They play with a lot of effort. they've been outmatched just with scholarship numbers and some things the first 2 weeks. Obviously, they won't be as outmatched against us. So I know they're probably feeling good about the situation coming up here, getting their first win, and we know what we have to do. But that's the thing that jumps out, I think, is just the type of players that they brought in, and they're another year of the experience and the schemes they're doing. You see them not making some mistakes they did like early last year. They're making the plays when they're there to be made. So it should be another close game, and we're looking forward to getting back out competing again.
Thanks, Coach. We do have a question for you. It is from Chris Lane of the Lynchburg News in Advance. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Jamey, how are you this morning?
I'm great, Chris. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Just want to ask a little bit about Christian Reyes. Obviously, I didn't get to see the game. I can only look at the box score, but 14 carries, 28 yards. Did they just really box up against him, or did he just kind of struggle against Newberry?
No, they came out with I think the challenge of playing a team you never played before, and it's their first game of the year. They came out completely different defense than they've ever shown since since that staff has been there. So they obviously got some video from somebody and did some things. So it took us a little while to adjust on some things, and they got after us up front a little bit. And when he had some chances to make some things, we didn't do a good job of executing when we had some plays. So, but people are going to be keen on stopping that dive, and that was something that our new quarterback and some people have to make some plays to open it up. We never made some plays on the perimeter. We had a couple play actions, but we never made some plays on the perimeter in our run game to make them sort of spread out a little bit and feel like there was a threat out there. So they really loaded the box on us up front and tried to do some things there to take him away and some things. And they did a good job of that, but also I felt like we didn't execute some of the things that we normally do at the level we did. And some of that's to, playing some new people and new quarterback trying to get us in the right plays and stuff. But, sometimes that happens. People, try to take away a certain guy, and other people will. We just have to have some more people step up. Didn't quite do that Saturday, but we got some guys that are learning and growing, and we made some strides in a positive manner, and it's good to do it in a win even when you don't play to your level or feel like you're best. And so something we can learn from and hopefully improve, this Thursday. But it's something we'll have to do because more and more people are going to try to, take him away from us because obviously he's a good player.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. And, Coach, I got one more question for you. Nathan Pereira, with his first 2 catches since 2012, just talk about how he looked and how he's progressing.
He's getting close to, I think, being back to the confidence level he needs to perform, and on Saturdays. First game, he had a lot of jitters. This game, he made 2 really nice catches. He's still not, and I don't know if he'll ever be back to what he was in 2012, just because of the injuries that he's had, and so he's lost, a couple things there. But you can see the mindset of attacking the football and the player he was coming back slowly. He's getting more and more confident in his knee and his shoulder, holding up, and that was huge for him. And I think huge for our team to see him do that because, our injuries at the wide receiver position are been documented. So we don't have a lot of guys from last year that we're playing right now with brand new guys because of injuries, and Nathan, being really the only one that's actually played some games. And so that's been good for our quarterback to be able to get him the ball and see him make some plays and trust to do that. So, and we need that. And I think Nathan's confidence is coming back, not in his ability, but just in his, hey, I can do this and not have to worry about, getting injured again, letting sort of that go. As you know, if you've been injured, that mindset, sometimes it's hard to overcome that. You worry about injuring, the knee again or the shoulder. And for him, it's obviously 2 things. So great for him to see that. The plays, he made 2 really nice diving catches across the middle. So it was good for him, and I think for our team just to say, all right, Nathan's back, and it's another guy we can trust to make some plays for us on game day.
All right. Thanks, Coach. I'm not seeing any more questions for you, so we'll go ahead and let you go. But good luck Thursday against Campbell.
Thank you very much.
All right. Talk to you next week. Once again, Buccaneers, Campbell, 7 p.m. Thursday night on the Big South Network.